finished testing Thursday's workout. Thursday is gonna be a hinge day with vertical push. We have hinge on both Tuesday and Thursday. The main strength piece is gonna be some hip thrusts with some half kneeling kettlebell press. The way we're gonna start the workout is your warm-up is gonna be banded shoulder activations. You're gonna do 15 reps of all variations, so in front of the body, above the body, tricep extensions, external rotation. Just gonna get the shoulder capsule nice and warm before we get into TGUs. Turkish get-ups, we're gonna go 3 sets of 1 rep each side, and basically the goal is start with the kettlebell that you know you can start with in the warm-up set, or technically first working, and then go heavier each set, right? So basically 3 total sets, hopefully 3 different weights. And if you're new to it, just obviously focus on technique. And then we're gonna finish up the warm-up with banded lateral down and back, so that basically hip activations, but just side to side, just kind of turn the glutes out a little bit more. Your reset is gonna be single arm dumbbell snatch, 2 sets of 8, and then we're doing single arm alternating kettlebell front rack reverse lunges. You saw me using a kettlebell today. That was just a mistake, but basically the whole point of the snatch is kind of get the hip extension, a little bit more explosive work, but more hinge type of work. And obviously the snatch is gonna be another thing to kind of warm you up overhead. Single arm alternating kettlebell front rack reverse lunge, besides obviously warming up hamstrings and glutes a little bit more. The whole purpose of us doing it on a plate, we're gonna be doing this deficit, just get a little bit more range of motion out of the hip. And the whole purpose of a unilateral load is to kind of challenge the stability aspect of the core from kind of an anti-lateral perspective of things. Your strength piece. So the way that we're structuring the hip thrust is you're gonna do 2 warm-up sets, then you're gonna do 2 by 3 with a 3-second pause in your first 2 working sets. Basically 2 sets of 3 reps, but you pause at the top for 3 seconds. Then you're gonna take 50% of the weight off the barbell in total, right? So I did 315 and we finished around like whatever, 155, 160 for whatever it was. Then you're gonna do an additional 2 sets of 20 reps, right? So you basically have 4 total working sets. The first 2 are gonna be 3 with a 3-second pause. The second 2 are just gonna be 20 with no pause. Then conditioning, the way that we're structuring this is it's kind of structured like an EMOM, but it also has kind of an AMRAP built inside of the EMOM. So you're gonna be doing alternating, basically there's 2 different exercises. First one is gonna be sumo high pulls. You're doing 5 reps. You have a cutoff on time, meaning we're gonna focus on the quality of the movement first. And let's say you don't finish your 5 reps by the time that 30-second mark hits, you're just gonna stop there. But most of us should be finishing well ahead of time. The second station, so basically I would rest for an additional 30 seconds, then we'd switch stations, is gonna be box jumps. And box jumps is gonna be our measurable here, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna be doing as many reps as possible within that 30-second time frame. And then we're going back and forth, right? So like odd rounds are your sumo high pulls, your even rounds are gonna be your box jumps. Those total of 5 rounds that you do in the box jumps, we're gonna collect those total amount of reps, and that's what you're scoring for your conditioning. And then cool down is gonna be pigeon pose, and then obviously recommended extra credit is gonna be seated pancake and butterfly. Hope you guys enjoy.